Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cougars offense is on the field for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Fires to the big fella. And he's still running after the move. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Dances away from the D. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They'll line up for a second down play. Pulls it and fires to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling for the first down. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field.
And first down for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They're going to throw it again. The sure hands, it's Sanford. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Makes his connection. Touchdown, Cougar! What a grab and go for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And how about that? First possession, first drive, first game, first touchdown. Impressive way to start.
And so many emotions for these players, right? All the build-up, all of the expectations, all of the nerves coming into this game. And you're able to stay poised, take the football, march it down the field, and score in the opening drive like that. That is impressive.
The Cougars offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs.
And he's running in the open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
And the Cougars moving quickly to the line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds. Got a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Gets it out fast. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Looking to scramble. Keeps the legs moving. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
QBs are able to do this and just pull it down after he's sat back there in the pocket a little bit and go make plays. So frustrating for a defense. If I blitz and play man-to-man, nobody's looking at the QB. He can make a big play. If I sit back, he can still scramble, run up, and get a big play. So hard to defend this guy.
That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. A first down for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. BYU lines up quickly. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And the third down pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here comes the Houston offense once again. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Line gets set. First down. Looking to throw. He's got his man.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Gets it out quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They want to just keep throwing it. Getting some heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Snags it over the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Houston will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They're going to mark this one at the 15. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Wants to throw on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line. The offense starts with a short field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. He's looking to throw. Just destroying his way through the field. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Looking to pass on second down. Trying to get to it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They'll immediately call timeout. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And the defense will ride him out of bounds at the 3. So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on fourth down. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, looking for a man. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. The toss to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the running back has it. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. He makes the connection. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. No good. Opportunity to crawl within a touchdown, but the missed field goal leaves us with a 9-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Quarterback will audible. Going up top on first down. Unloads it downfield. And the pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. about set to start in the second half. Houston will kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum.
And it's picked off. Got some room to run. The 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. The snap sets up the throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so it's the 2-point conversion attempt.
BYU 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
The Cougars headed quickly to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Wants to bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Sanford. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. New set of downs after that completion. Comes out throwing on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He lets one fly deep. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And the pummeling has started. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, you're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got the quick pass. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll try to spread out this defense on 2nd and 3 with a 4 wideout set. He's looking to throw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Quickly to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's got his man. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. A new set of downs after the completion. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Snagged on the outside. It's Bauer. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Phillips. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He wants to pass it on second down. Finds the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They want that clock to run. Tackle was made after the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Power football with the run. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They go to the draw. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Houston going up tempo.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. They're trying to get to it. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
KYP, know your personnel. You got those big tight ends you can work on those 3rd and shorts. You don't have to have him run way down the field. Understand how to get to the sticks, get that first down. Nice job.
Finds his man. It's Jenkins. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. TCU has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared, and at this level, you can't have that.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip.
They're trailing by 16 to North Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
They're bringing heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. Houston wants to play fast. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. 1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Offense set on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.